What's up everyone? A new HOH has been crowned as Paloma has left the building, and the question that is on many viewers' lips: are Pooch and Joseph into each other? We've got so much to talk about, so welcome to your live feed update. Alright folks, now right before we get started, if you haven't already, I would appreciate it if you could hit that subscribe button, and also please hit the like button and the bell icon to get notified every single time a brand new upload goes live on the channel. Now, without further ado, let's talk about who won the Head of Household competition, and then we'll get on to the other updates that we'll talk about a little bit later. So, folks, brace yourselves, strap yourselves into your chair, because we've got another week of torture. Jasmine is the new Head of Household. Yay! Said no one ever. I am not thrilled with this at all. I guess it's a little bit of a comeback story after we saw her in the live show when she hurt her ankle, but she bounced back, it appears, and she has now got power for the next week as the new Head of Household. And we all know that Jasmine was a huge contributor to the treatment of Taylor, the mistreatment of Taylor last week. So yeah, strap yourselves in folks for 20 minutes of Big Brother gameplay strapped over a whole week. It's going to be a fun one. Alright, okay, now for a potential showmance, I guess we'll call it. And yeah, okay, so Pooch and Joseph, a lot of people are beginning to speculate, are into each other. And people are basically saying it's giving them the same vibes as Frankie Grande and Zach Rance from Big Brother 16. And it's weird because they seem very, very flirty with each other. But it's not like totally overt, if that makes sense. I mean, I'll take this moment to say this as well. I kind of mentioned this on my live last night. If you all didn't know, I actually came out as bisexual about a month and a half ago. So there's that, folks. And I don't know, I personally feel like seeing that kind of showmance would be really, really awesome. So honestly, if they get together, I'm here for it. I'll fully support that. I'm not necessarily rooting for Pooch and Joseph on a game level, but I mean, as far as showmances go, it'd be nice to have a little bit of a change. So I think that'd be really, really awesome. And yeah, I think it'd be cool. But anyway, they are definitely, well, in my opinion anyway, of course everybody's entitled to their own opinion, I think they're definitely into each other. And I think a lot of, from what I'm seeing all over the internet, people seem to agree. They are very cuddly with one another for a start. Always kind of jumping on top of each other regarding like play fighting or whatever. Joseph was literally on top of Pooch, giving him a massage with the top off in the living room the other day. The signs are all there, folks. The signs are all there. And honestly, if they do become a showmance, I'm here for it. I think it's really, really cool. But yeah, they were in the bathroom or something like that, joking around or something, and they said, put your bulge out or whatever like that. And then it later went on to Taylor was like, Taylor and Joseph were flirting a little bit, and the camera angle was just, it was like something from a movie. You had, imagine Taylor and Joseph kind of there in the forefront of the camera, and then Pooch was in the background. Like, imagine You on Netflix, you know, the one with Penn Badgley. He's like, yeah, you know, Pooch was just in the background staring like that when Joseph and Taylor were flirting. I don't know. I feel like not all of these things can be a coincidence when they're happening day in, day out. But as I say, having that kind of showmance, I think would be really, really awesome for the show. And yeah, I'm absolutely here for it. And I don't know what everybody else thinks. I'm seeing a lot of people believing that they are into each other. I'm definitely one of those people who believes that. I guess we'll see where things go as the season goes on. Okay, now for some Target talk, and you might have guessed it, folks. Jasmine is continuing to be obsessed with Taylor. She is fixating on trying to get her out, I think. I think she's trying to continue what Paloma started. It's giving very jealous vibes and insecurity, if I'm being totally honest. Again, I'm just one man's opinion. I'm sure somebody else is going to have a different one, but when I look at this at face value, Jasmine seems incredibly insecure. And as a result, and Taylor's confident. Taylor's a confident woman who is, you know, very assertive in her manner. She carries herself incredibly well, and she's got a lot of class. And I think for somebody who is insecure, they often can't handle somebody like that. So that's kind of my opinion there. And I think there's this whole gist about Jasmine thinks Taylor called her fat or something like that. It's kind of been a lot of hearsay because Taylor didn't say that at all. I think Daniel's pushing the narrative or something that she kind of said it without saying it, if that makes sense. People are just coming up with crap for anything, but basically I think Jasmine's just like, she's mad. She's mad at Taylor and she wants her out. But here's the fun part, folks. Not all the house guests want Taylor out. they may want Pooch out. So our Romeo and Juliet story of Pooch and Joseph may not last very long if Pooch goes out this week. Because Pooch actually did offer himself up as a pawn to go on the block. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for those of you who have been Big Brother fans for a long time, you will know, just as I know, that the pawn isn't always a pawn, and the pawn can often go home. So, that could happen this week, because Pooch is obviously offering himself up. I think he thinks he's being some kind of like big guy by doing this, and if you put me up against Brittany, I'll win the veto, I'll come down, you can put Taylor up. Taylor goes out the door. But it appears that some people want to take the shot at Pooch, which would be a much better game move. Taylor is kind of isolated socially, so she's got nowhere to go there. Pooch has got a lot of social connections. He is somebody who is very capable of winning comps. He's just came off from being the backstage boss. He's been a key player in this season so far, so it would make more logical sense to go after Pooch as a power player. Now, we've also got to remember that Julie announced next week's show they'll be announcing another twist that will change the game, etc. So, if I'm being totally honest, when I found out Jasmine became head of household, I was thinking, oh, we're in for another long week. And then all of a sudden, when I started to see all the game talks develop and, you know, see all the updates, because I wasn't watching feeds the entire night, and I woke up and I, you know, caught up on what was going on. And I was kind of, when I saw all this Pooch talk, I was thinking, hang on. Things could actually, you know, potentially go in a better direction here. Things could, if Pooch goes out, we might be onto a winner. And I'm not saying that's for definite. I'm obviously being a Big Brother hopeful, like I try and do every single week. But if they take Pooch out, then that is great. Honestly, Amir is somebody who's definitely pushing for Pooch. She's trying to get into Jasmine's ear. It's really going to matter how much Jasmine wants to stick to her guns. If she really wants to take Taylor out, then she's probably just going to... For a start, it's a terrible move. Second, for those who are a little bit superstitious, or a little stitious, office reference, if you believe that the second HOH curse is true, then that means Jasmine's not going to win the game. And three, I feel like Jasmine's screwing herself if she tries to take Taylor out. If you take Pooch out, I don't know. You can come back at the end and go, I took Pooch out on week 2. He was a big player at the beginning, and she'll have another chance to win HOH further down the line. I don't know. It'll shake things up for sure, and I think Jasmine's covered enough socially as well to be able to make a big move. She's not going to be at the mercy of everybody. If she tries to take Pooch out, she's going to have the back end of several people. I believe Daniel and Nicole also want to push Pooch out. So things are starting to actually go into that direction, and they may stay in that direction. That's where my fingers are crossed anyway. I'm obviously just the guy delivering the updates, but on a personal level, as a Big Brother viewer, I would like to see Pooch targeted because it shakes up the game. Don't get me wrong, I want to see the Pooch and Joseph showmans because I just think that would be cool as hell. But if they target Pooch and get him out instead of Taylor, and it's a less predictable week, then chef's kiss moment, folks, and it'll be a nice week of Big Brother and an exciting and suspenseful one to watch. Now, towards the end of the night, Amira was really getting into Jasmine's ear, which I absolutely love. Don't shy away from taking a power player out. Don't wait until week 7 or 8 when there's like 5, bros left, and or even, the stereotypical models on Big Brother, like the pretty girls, the pretty boys. Don't wait until you get that far into the game to actually go, we got to take them out now. Because you don't have the numbers. You don't have the numbers, and you're screwed, and you've messed up your own game. Do it on week 2. Do it on week 1. If there's somebody there that you feel is a big threat and could make it far, get in somebody's ear, plant the seeds, try and cover it up like it wasn't you. Play Big Brother. That's what I'm talking about. So I'm glad Amira is actually trying to do this. Jasmine, is coming out with all the crap of modern day Big Brother players. I don't know if we'd have enough votes. We can't do this. Shut up and take the damn shot. Honestly, because listen, if Pooch is on the block against another big threat, I mean, people are gonna go, oh my god, we've got to get Pooch out. People only take action when somebody else has done something first. It's a cowardly way of playing Big Brother in this day and age where somebody has to go out on a limb for the rest of the house to go, oh my god, let's do this. Because everybody's too scared to do something themselves first. But if somebody else does it, the flock follows, the pack follows, and that can happen. So if they put Pooch on the block, then people will start to go, let's take Pooch out. And Amir is basically saying if Pooch is on the block, there's no way he survives this week, which is why she's saying it's a good idea to put him up, and Jasmine will, get an easy week out of getting Pooch out. And Amir even suggested putting Pooch and Turner up because people wanted them out last week as big threats. And Jasmine was just giving all those wishy-washy answers of kind of saying, oh, I don't know, we'll see what happens. We'll talk more tomorrow. But yeah, that's pretty much where the night ended there. And I guess we'll see more context on Game Talk today and actually see what happens in regards to who Jasmine is going to target. That is all of your live feed updates for today, folks. I thoroughly hope you all enjoyed watching. Please let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section below. There's a lot to talk about. There really is, after we lost Paloma last night, and of course I'll say a quick thing about that. While I do not condone any of her behaviour towards Taylor, I hope she is okay. I hope she gets the help she needs, and I hope she can reflect on her behaviour, make the appropriate apologies to Taylor. But yes, that's kind of where I stand with that one. But yeah, there's a lot to talk about in regards to that. In regards to Jasmine winning head of household, are you all tearing your hair out right now? Or are you preparing yourselves for a unpredictable week of Big Brother? What are you all thinking, folks? Let me know all your thoughts in the comment section below. But thank you so much for watching, everybody. I appreciate every single last one of you. Make sure that you're staying safe, staying positive, and staying healthy out there. And remember to be kind to one another. But in the meantime, please don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Do all of that wonderful stuff. Going to throw a new one in now. Hit me up on the socials, folks. You can follow me on Twitter at TV Talks with Tom and Instagram at Tom_Vasey. I will be tweeting all the time about Big Brother on Twitter, so definitely follow me on there, folks. But thank you so much for watching, everybody. But until the next live feed update, I've been your host, Tom Vasey. Good night.